Okay. Can you all hear me? Just sit anywhere you like, corresponding or otherwise. Oh, look at that!
Oh, look at that!
Aha!
Some roast beef with my pal.
Okay, Wallace, sit down, be quiet. Darling, you have to sit over there. Okay, all right. Okay, Reddick, sit down.
Camera, bud.
Sir?
You're on camera.
Oh, yeah. You got 3 or 4 different shots of that. How you like that?
He's gonna have the Rodney Dangerfield. That's Rodney.
That's it.
Rodney Dangerfield.
Just no respect. No respect. All right, Whipple, sit down. Let's go. Sign me up. Sign me up, baby.
Look at Johnny Carson Rose.
Come on now.
Mary Francis. Mary Francis is your name? Oh, no, not again.
What's in the middle up there? This recorded?
And taped. Okay, can I have everybody's attention, please? Gilmore, sit down. Come on.
Quiet dinner.
That's right. Let me take it just a minute, if you don't mind. There's no way you can prepare a speech for tonight. I was going to start off with a couple of quips, but it's too late in the evening, and, you know, like, we're all gathered here for the parting of a friend. Whoops, wrong page. No, but seriously, I don't think there's a person in this room that can look forward and see a friend of ours here that doesn't have the most respect for this gentleman. And in a roast, you're supposed to tear him apart and tell all the bad parts. Well, I've been looking for 2 weeks trying to find something bad about the guy, and Christ, I can't even get anything out of his secretary.
I love you, Jeannie.
Oh, what a closed-mouthed girl, I'll tell you. Anyway, I think that I got with Dick, Carmen and I did, excuse me, and the opportunity to get together with all his friends. And I don't want to say that we're going to lose a friend. He's just going to leave us for a while. I pity him going out to California, but, you know, out there in that godforsaken place. But he'll be back, you know, to enjoy a little sunshine and the golf courses where we play year-round, things like that. And what I'd like to do is this evening just more or less let anyone here get up and just say a little few words of grace.
Oh, my God.
I'll leave grace out of it. I don't care. I'd like Carmen to maybe take over this thing because I'm getting run out of words. They say I don't ever do that, but occasionally I do. Anyway, Carm. The check's in the mail. Okay. With that?
Look at him. Doesn't he look beautiful? He's so content and so happy. Yeah. You know, but this is a man.
Better when I'm in control.
This is a man that I'll never, never forget. As long as I live. I got 3 more teeth cleaning, at least 10 years, and you know. But I'll never forget you. You know, when I met you, and Gilmore's here could tell you, 2 weeks before I met you, I had brown hair. 6 weeks after I met you, I lost 30 pounds.
You look good.
But what a fun doing this, you know. Can you imagine what a joy it is to run around picking up carriages out in the shopping, out in the parking lots, at store openings, 90 degrees, on Sunday. You know what happened to my golf game?
I always ask you why.
Well, I mean, all I can do is say that you've made a profound impression upon me that I'll never forget. Now I'm wondering what the new guy's going to do to us. I must add, you know, he had black hair when he got here. Black. Look at his son, just the same color hair. Listen, Dick, you know you've been invited to the Italian Invitational 4.5 years, and you keep scheduling that dumb Kash and Karry Expo same date as our Italian Invitational. So this year, you have, you know, forever, an invitation to play with us, and if you can get back here for 86. But in the meantime, the Italians of Tampa, and Bud and I saw to this, that the Italians would say what we wanted them to say tonight, have made you the winner of the 1986, which is in March, Italian tournament. And so the first prize for that tournament would be, you know, the all-around prize, and I got this flown in today. The most beautiful bag I've ever seen. What is prettier than red, white, and green? How about that? You're the winner. Good luck.
What was the score?
That's right.
Now, I don't want to spoil this thing, but Dick, I'm going to send out a little application for an ad for us out here. You never know, we might get out to California. We might do some shopping in your stores. Right? And those of you who are sitting here, Buck and so forth, we're only selling one-page ads this year. Gilmore, right? God bless you. And now, who do we turn this thing over to? You know, you've got a lot of friends out here. Who would want to say some treasured words, you know? Oh.
Remember, I'll be back.
All right.
Jack's always been a loss for words.
Everybody's going to be shy. I'll break the ice. I have about 4 pages here. No, I told you I'd get even. Remember? No, I know.
Don't forget he's got 30 more days.
I checked with his secretary already. He said,
He doesn't get mad, he gets even.
I know.
Whatever that means.
Seriously, I just have a couple of comments to make to this gentleman. And we use that word loosely in Georgia, all right? I've had this gentleman out to play golf a couple of times, and this is in Brandon. And after one time, after going to a couple of stores that I always went into in Brandon, I always try to check those stores, the manager said, "Would you please tell us when you're going to have Mr. Goodspeed out to play golf?" I said, "Why?" He says, "Because, say, our tee-off time is be 8 o'clock, or something like that. 7 o'clock, he's making a couple of store checks in Brandon. You just bounces in, you know, there he is." And I said, "I will promise I will try to do this." Now, the other thing I'd like to mention is that one of the best things that I think that has resulted from your and Sandra's living in the southern part of the United States has been that moving over to this area, that your nice daughter was able to enroll and attend college and graduate from the University of Georgia, which is I've heard that since you became a frequent traveler on all these airlines going back and forth here in New York, Washington, and all that, that you've done it so much that even the people in the airports have gotten to know you, especially the women. Is this right? Now, this came from a friend of yours, and so I'll just kind of drop it there and kind of let it lay. No, really. I think that you will agree that maybe the South is, we talk slower, we move slower, but that we'll miss you, and that when you do come back, not too often though, okay? But I think the main thing that if you've ever gone to lunch with this gentleman, you've heard the expression fast food. Well, that doesn't mean Wendy's, Burns, or wherever you want to go. Fast food is his little thing. You have 15 minutes to eat, but you also, he furnishes the Rolaids afterwards. You know? But he's a workaholic, but he's done an excellent job. And Ron, you have some big shoes to follow, but I'm sure that you'll do a good job, because as he's going on to California, of course, they heard he's coming out there, and immediately I just read in the supermarket news they're selling 25 stores up in Seattle already. So they've heard your reputation, so they're unloading fast. The stockholders are getting a little upset, I understand. But no, again, come back to see us, will you? Of course, we're all going to Brokers. We're all going to show up at his house in December, because he's extending an invitation to everybody out there, right? That's no problem. Your bed, Nan and I sleep in your and Sandra's bed, no problem. Thank you, gentlemen.
There you go.
Thank you, Dick. How about, who's next? Come on here, Rodney.
I was hoping he wouldn't want to talk.
Oh, yeah.
I'm shocked.
Are you shocked?
Take it along.
All right.
Get the hook ready.
Thanks.
Showtime. How do you doing,
You know, I really have a little problem as I stand up here tonight, because I come from a very strict family, and my mother had always taught me that if you couldn't say anything nice about someone, you shouldn't say anything at all. Thank you very much. No, but you know, I've got a few words I'd like to say about Dick. That's, yeah, Dick. I came to the door the night and I said, we're here for the Goodspeed party. And they said, what? I said, Dick Goodspeed. My guy says, you know, give me this funny look. I said, Dick Goodspeed's leaving town. The guy said, when did he come in town? I said, shit. You know, I mean, you really made a big hit in the lobby at Burns. Yeah. I mean, but, you know, really, Dick and I go back, when Dick came from California originally to Washington, and I was in Washington, and that's where we first met. And so, you know, I have to, you know, somewhere along the line, Dick, the honesty and the integrity has to be there. And I have to tell you, son, that I faked it all. When you top those drives down the fairway, and I said, that'll play, wouldn't play. When you shank the next one in the rough, and I said, you can get home from there? There's no way. The boy couldn't get home from there. Then he's in the trap, leaves it in the trap. I said, you can get it up and down. Forget it. He was not going to get it up and down. And then he's on the green, he leaves the putt 10 feet short. And I said, just bad luck kept that one out, you know. I have to tell you, son, I lied, you know. I mean, I've been kind of on the other side of the desk from this turkey for a long time. This is my first chance in 15 years to really say that drive stunk, son. But you know, on the serious side, I mean, we live in a great country, you know, the land of the free and the home of the brave, or land of the brave and the home of the free, whatever it is. But all the opportunity, you know, and anybody can make it. And if this isn't a typical example, Jesus Christ. I mean, but I have to say one thing, as we send him back to California, I think he's certainly deserving of his promotion. He understands business. He's smart. He understands people. He has a good sense of humor, and I wish him the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Good luck, guys.
Carmen, I think we're you know, the more they come, the better they get. Who's next?
You know, we're going to call on you if you don't.
That's right. Come on now. I mean, we got this room for 5 hours. Let's go. I mean, come on, Whipple. You want to talk about your boss? He's leaving. Blair, come on. This is the opportune boy. Oh, come on. Wally Wee Wara. Let's go. Whoa. You going to try? Come on, Dolly.
My good friend here.
Your friend? It was? Okay.
He was my good friend. Last time I went up to Carrollwood, played golf with him. Took his friend Gene with him. Got up on the first tee and up. Gino. Is he playing in that thing too? Oh. I whiffed the ball the first 2 times. He says, "Go ahead, you got a no-hitter going." Good. You people think that I won't miss him? Whenever I've been a little short on my expense account, I've always written Dick Goodspeed's name down there. In fact, Jim Yao sent me a rubber stamp. He said, "You won't have to write anymore. Just..." I'm trying to learn how to spell Floto. I'm going to miss you, but welcome, Ron. You know, Sandra's really a great gal. Sandra is really a great gal. We had the opportunity to go over to her house a couple of times, and I said, "Sandra, how do you like it here?" She says, "God, Dick works hard. He's always so tired." I said, "Really? What do you mean?" I said, "Well, he comes home." I says, "Dick, remember when we used to..." She says, "We used to go out to the movies once in a while." He said, "Yeah." I said, "We used to go out to dinner once in a while." She said, "Yeah." And dancing. He said, "Yeah." She says, "How about our sexual relations?" He said, "To hell with them. They didn't even send us a Christmas card." I got a book home with 596 pages of people I'd rather see go to California than this one. Richard,
Thank you very much.
it's been great.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you, Wally. Yes, sir. Bob? Can we hear from the Lakeland group? Huh? Not right now? You working on it? Yeah. All right. How about it, Hicks? You don't even like him? Come up here and tell him about it. This is the only time you're going to get away with it. Volunteers? Close friends? Relatives? There you go. That's right. You have to leave the cigar there, didn't you? Oh.
I'm going to like this. How many of you people played golf with Dick Goodspeed? Raise your hand, please. Huh? Ron, it looks like you're going to have to take up golf. One of the things that Dick Goodspeed does on the golf course on the first tee is he tries to get in your knickers. And tonight I got something for him. Dick, here's your very own knickers. And here are your socks. I've had the privilege to travel a couple of times with Dick Goodspeed, and get up in the morning, and Dick would be blow drying his hair, take him an hour and 15 minutes, and last time I went with him, it took him 15 minutes, and so we got him something else. Here are Dick. We're gonna miss you.
He looks like a judge now.
He's ready for California.
Carmen, I think we're in a heap of trouble. I mean, you know, might have been our idea, but we're going to suffer the consequences.
What we're going to do to him is going to be tonight. When he comes back, no way.
That's it. That's it.
Country over there.
Okay. Are we going for another one?
Just go around. Just put him.
I think so. Come on. Joey? Whipple?
Girls, the girls
Come on.
have something to
I mean, there must be somebody. How about the secretary?
Secretary is right.
Come on.
All right.
All right. Yeah. That's right. Whew. Yeah, darling, come on here. Right on.
Be good.
You have to take care of them when you work with them. When I found out that they were going to do this to this guy, I've thought all week, tried to come up with a zinger, and I really couldn't come up with one. I told Dick one. Next week. No, but when I found out Dick was leaving, everybody was coming in and wishing him well, and I didn't wish him well. And I told him if I was nice, I would wish him well also. And then I told him that I wasn't nice. But too quickly. But anyway, I just want to wish you well. I really do wish you well. But I still don't want to make up. I still think you're a bum for leaving me.
Thank you so much. Indeed. How about it? Got any more takers? Opportunities only come once. Come on, Joey, baby. Ah, boy. Get that courage up there. There you go. Well, he might chance me not there.
Remember, he may come back.
I want to be nice. You know how it is. I got to butter him up. He could come back as a bigger boss someday. I could. Oh, my God, Sandra. I wonder if I'll get 2 months' notice before I'm leaving.
2 days.
Thank you. One thing I've noticed here tonight, though, I think I've been going after this promotion bit the wrong way. You know, we've talking about workaholic and everything, but all I understood is the guy's out playing golf all the time. You guys got my number now that he's leaving? Some of you guys have been into my office, and we kind of moved downstairs this week, and I want you to know finally when you can come in, you see some of the trophies that I have up there. I have a nice golf trophy and a nice Italian club that I actually won. They didn't have to give me.
And people kind of come in and say, oh, you play a lot of golf. And I said, what do you shoot? I says, well, I used to shoot in the high 70s and the low 80s, but that was BD. He says, BD? I says, yeah. He says, what do you shoot now? I says, well, now I shoot in the high 90s, close to 100. Says, that was AD. He says, AD? What the hell is that? I says, well, in the high 70s and low 80s was before Dick. The 90s and the 100 was after Dick. I've gone in... Not only did he come here and my golf game went to hell, my poor family suffered. Before he came here, I used to be able to go out and play most of these palookas and win money from him. Now I've been paying him money back. Even when he came, I used to beat him. Now I got to let him win. But that's right, I beat her at the back. Oh, is that what it is? Well, it's no change, and it's been the last 4 years. He's always had the last word. Other than that, I'd just like to warn some of you guys out here that I've been taking notes. And as we say in the buying department, the sun don't shine on the same dog's ass all the time. And about a month ago, the clouds started coming in. But other than that, I'd like to say that it's been enjoyable working for Dick. I've learned a lot. Hopefully someday I'll get the opportunity to work with him again. We're going to miss him. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, thank you, Joey. Thank you. Well put. Yes, sir. I might want to say something. I may not have spoke to everybody about this, but one thing about the entire evening, and one reason we were up here, I realized, that Burns been working on his little room for about, I guess, 5 years. And so I stumbled in here the other night, and he wanted to see me about something, and we got a little talking, and he came up and showed me what he was doing. And he said he had all these cameras. Of course, he's been a TV nut for years. He's got about 12 monitors in his office. He can see every aspect of this whole operation. And when I made mention of this, I said, well, could we tape it? And then it just kind of boing. He said, my gosh, I never thought about it. And so this is why we made the erratic change from the University Club here, because I thought it would be very apropos to have something as a going-away party for a super guy like Dick here. And he'd be able to have a whole televised tape. This entire tonight is on tape, in color, in sound. So anything you said, he's got it, baby. I mean, I didn't want to tell you that first, you see. But now we can say it. One thing I would like to add to it that Carmen and I have come up with, and we figured that since we have all these particulars on tape and everybody else here, that is everybody spoke? No, I don't want to miss it. The opportunity. If you got a little something to say, but we don't want to miss it, because he can go out to California, and what we've got in the box down here, he'll be able to kind of take a look at it once in a while. So, Carmen, why don't you say a word while I unbox it?
How can you follow that? You're going to give him a beautiful, what is that, Dick?
Well, it's not a hairpiece.
Oh.
It's nothing you can get in his knickers with.
I think it's something you find down in Nebraska.
No, we left her there. But, shall I open it up for you?
Yes.
Well, I don't like paper anyway.
I'll be gone. Good luck.
Anyway, oops, I didn't get any blue. I'm on the wrong side?
No, that's right.
No?
Take it.
Anyway, if this tape doesn't fit this particular camera, we'll have it transposed onto the one that does. And I'll tell you what, you can come to very good use of this. You can take this with him in stores.
I knew you were going to say
It's 7 o'clock in the morning, right?
Oh, look at that. Look at that.
I won't bore you with all the essentials, but there's an entire box here of the sound, the thing, and so forth. But the beauty part about this is this. This is the most modern camera you can buy now. It has a 20-minute tape in here. So if he wants to go in and take a picture of the kosher section, I'm in a heap of trouble, he can take it. And then all he has to do is push reprint. It runs it back, and looks in the camera, and it shows exactly what he just took. It has instant replay. All you got to do, I mean, even I can run it. So with this, it's got batteries, it's got the sound, It's got the battery charger, the whole bit. I apologize for one thing. They were out of the cases that came in. It's on back over. Dick?
Back over.
That is really nice.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you, partner. And I promise I won't take it in the stores.
Why?
That is very nice. That is very nice. Now the sentimental part, huh?
Revenge. By the way, should we order any dessert now, or should we get started on that? I mean, give us 5 minutes, because that's what we're going to give him. That's it.
It won't take you 5 minutes, huh? Do you want, let's see, there's vanilla ice cream or chocolate or Brazilian stew? I really don't know what to say. I really thought we were going to have a nice, peaceful, quiet dinner tonight. In the back of your mind, I guess you always know that somebody's up to something. And when the crowd that you got here tonight, it's obvious that something has to happen. The two fellows that are up at the head table, along with Carmen and Bud and Connie, who is Carmen's wife, have been real dear friends of mine. And I personally want to say, first of all, I thank them very, very much for this evening, because it's dear to Sandra and me particularly. We're going to miss them. They've been great friends. Thank you. Now to get down to the serious stuff, get back a little bit at those folks that worked on me a while. First of all, I don't play a lot of golf. Let's set the record straight, huh? And Jack, you and I only played one time, and after seeing your golf swing, I never wanted to play with you again. Huh? Huh? Wally, you never topped the ball. You never even hit the ball. Huh? 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 And yeah, we bring him along because somebody has to bring up the laughs every now and then. Because if you brought Jimmy along to win money, forget it. Huh? Joe talks about shooting in the 90s. He hasn't been over 70 since I've known him. Joe, tell us what you shot at Grand Cypress. Huh? Here's the toughest course around today. Everybody's envious to play there. Joe goes out and shoots a 78 at it. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. And then huh? Yeah. 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 Ron, do you need a pencil? Huh? I'm sure you want to take some notes. Huh? Yeah. Yeah. Great bunch of friends. You know, the guy that really surprised me didn't get up and say something tonight was Gilmore. Huh? Yeah. As most of you know, I call myself the lame duck, and Jeannie hung that on me, of course. She's great for zingers, something I wouldn't have come up with. But as the lame duck means you don't do anything, and so I haven't been working for 2 weeks, you know. So Gilmore called me the other day. He said, let's go out and play. Or said, what are you going to do? And I said, I'm going to go play some golf with my son, Steve. And he said, geez, I'd like to play golf again. I said, why don't you start today? So he came up, and we went out and played golf. And you know, I wished he would have got up and said something, because I'd love to come back. But I'm not going to say nothing, Gilmore. I'm going to be nice. Okay, we got 5 minutes, and the dessert's probably going to melt. So I just would like to finish up by saying, my dear wife, who's put up with me for 5 years, and it's been a five years in Florida. Because it was a great experience, and I know that there's been some times that she's been very lonely, particularly the first couple of years when we first got here, because there was a lot of long hours and a lot of weekends that she sat home by herself.
Particularly Sundays.
Yes. We have a thing for opening stores on Sundays.
I even got in trouble with the guy up there.
So she's been very dear and appreciative, and I'm appreciative of what she's put up with for the 5 years we've been here. But that's history. We're going on to new things. But all of you folks are here tonight because you're very dear to us. And when Bud and Carmen asked us if they could have a party for us tonight and ask us who we'd like to invite, we said we want them to invite our friends. And each of you personally are our friends, and we think the world of you, and we're going to miss you. And sometimes we don't always maybe act like we appreciate people and we like people and they're close to us, but believe me, each of you in this room tonight are our friends, and we'd just like to say that we're going to miss you. We're not leaving, we're just moving across the country a ways, and with the airplanes they've got today, it doesn't take long to come back and see your friends. And we will be back. Our kids are going to stay, and we'll be back to see you. And I guess in closing, I'd just like to say that those of you that get out to California, you know that our house is always your house, and we'd love to have you stay with us. And for some reason, my wife keeps wanting big houses, and I don't know what the hell for. But we got 4 bedrooms, and we can put a lot of folks up. I'm not so sure we'll ever get it built, but if we do get it built, come see us. We'd love to see you. Thanks again for coming tonight, and thank you, Carmen. Thank you, Bud, for having us. Appreciate it. Thank you.
I can only say one thing in closing, Dick. It's a pleasure to be here with you, seriously. And I think that everybody in this room is, one way or another, has had a wonderful association with this guy. And I know when he came in the fold here 4.5, 5 years ago, you could see that it was a man there that could make a firm decision. And if he told you no, you went away happy. And that's quality. And I can appreciate that. So, Dick, God bless you, and we'll look forward to seeing you in the very near future. And we won't close the door, that's for sure. All right.
Dick, I propose a toast. It's post time. You know Joey Lewis's famous toast? No. A friend in need is a pest. So, Now, I only played with Dick twice, two rounds of golf. I couldn't believe it. This guy's such a determined, aggressive man. I couldn't believe it. Joe, he misses a 40-foot putt like this. He kicks himself and he hits the putter. I says, oh my God, what would he do if he missed a 3-foot putt? I mean, that's how he does everything, you know? Unbelievable. But I enjoyed it every minute that you've been here. We didn't see each other that much, and we wish you the best. And I'm sure I say it for all. We can't go wrong again. God bless.
Thanks.